Hello everyone. You're watching The True Meaning of Aloha. Welcome to my channel, Searching for Wisdom. My name is Louie Larimer. Since 1982, I have been a legal and strategic advisor to business owners, corporate executives, and government leaders. I happen to be from the state of Hawaii, a native Hawaiian. What I'm going to present to you in this video are a few ideas about the true meaning of aloha. Most of you know that it means hello and goodbye. But to the Hawaiian people, it means so much more. It is a way of being and living. Aloha reflects a way of living grounded in kindness, humility, patience, unity, and friendliness. I share these ideas today because in our current political climate, public discourse often feels more like combat than conversation. We seem to be divided. Leaders trade insults instead of ideas, and the tone of our national, state, and local dialogue grows increasingly harsh. It seems to me that Americans are unconcerned with the vitriolic and polarizing behavior of our leaders, and they reward the conduct with their votes. I wonder where the voices of those Americans are who believe good character really does matter in our leaders, and that something essential to our democratic leadership is largely missing. Interestingly, in 1986, the Hawaii legislature enacted what is known as the Aloha Spirit Law. It's in the Hawaii Revised Statutes. At first glance, the statute seems almost surprising. Rather than regulating commerce or defining criminal penalties, it encourages public officials to conduct themselves according to the traditional Hawaiian philosophy of aloha. The statute recites that government officials and Hawaii residents are to treat each other and make political, commercial, and personal decisions that reflect the following 5 traditional values of Hawaiian culture. Number 1, akahai, that is, kindness and concern for others expressed with tenderness. Number 2, lokai, unity and oneness expressed with harmony and balance. Olo, friendliness, pleasantry, warmth, cordiality extending out to others. Ha'a, a humility expressed with modesty. And ahonui, patience expressed with perseverance. At its most fundamental core, Hawaii state public servants are to embody these values when making decisions affecting the people they serve. Importantly, the statute does not impose penalties or create lawsuits. It is aspirational. It reminds leaders and the people that governing is not merely the exercise of power or policy to advance the interests of special constituencies or interests. It is a moral responsibility grounded in character, concern for betterment of all. Imagine for a moment what our public life and societal relationships might look like if these principles guided political leadership and individual civility. What if humility replaced arrogance? What if patience replaced violent outrage? What if kindness replaced name-calling and personal disparagement? What if cooperation and true bipartisanship replaced contempt? Our system of government was never designed to function in an atmosphere of constant hostility and conflict. The framers of the Constitution understood that democratic institutions depend not only on laws and procedures, but also on the characters of those entrusted to lead. John Adams famously warned the American Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people, and that it would be wholly inadequate to govern any other way. In other words, institutions alone cannot sustain a healthy republic. They require leaders whose personal character reflect virtues that make civil society possible. The Aloha spirit reminds us that leadership and being a good citizen is ultimately a matter of the soul and the spirit. It asks for something deeper than skilled politically or ideological alignment. It asks whether those who govern possess the humility to listen, the patience to deliberate, the kindness to respect those with whom they disagree, and the wisdom to seek harmony rather than division. In a time when politics often rewards anger and outrage, these virtues may appear naive, yet histories reflect the opposite. The leaders most admired across generations, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Nelson Mandela, were not remembered primarily for rhetorical attacks on their opponents. They are remembered because they possessed moral depth, restraint, and a commitment to reconciliation. Their leadership reflected something akin to the spirit of Aloha, a love for the people. Of course, the responsibility for restoring civility does not belong only to elected officials. It must reflect the character of its citizens, us. If we reward outrage, we receive outrage. If we reward humility, wisdom, and respect, those are the qualities that will emerge in leadership. The question before us is therefore not only kind of leaders do we want, but what kind of citizens will we choose to be? Perhaps the lesson from Hawaii's small but meaningful statute is that the health of a political community depends not simply on laws, but on the spirit with which those laws are carried out. In a polarized age, the spirit of Aloha offers a simple but powerful reminder. Leadership begins with character, and the leaders most worthy of our trust will be those whose souls reflect that spirit. And same with our citizens. By the way, did you notice that if you write the first letters of the Hawaiian words that I gave to you, they spell something special? Akahai, Ulokaihi, Olo, Ha'aha'a, Aho Nui. A-L-O-H-A. Hawaiians have a sense of humor, after all. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and share it with others. Also, please visit LouieLarimer.com. That's all for now, folks. See you soon. Oh, by the way, aloha and mahalo pono. See you soon.